Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel, Reality Report with Ryan. For those that already know me, welcome. For those of you that don't, what you can expect is political news, both the US and some abroad. You can also expect commentary on how the woke mind virus is destroying the mental health of a certain group of people. I think we all know what I'm talking about. I also react to crazy lefty TikToks sometimes, and I also react to interview on the street where people are interviewing crazy lefties and just going over the crazy things that they think about and say. So if you're not already, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and lose your mind with the rest of us.
Martyrdom is a hugely important concept here in the Islamic Republic of Iran. We're currently at an event where hundreds of women hold their babies into the air to show that they're willing to offer their children as martyrs for God and for Imam Hussein. All of that goes back to the legendary Battle of Karbala, where Imam Hussein held his baby into the air, asking the enemy that was besieging Karbala to give the baby water, and instead the enemy killed the baby. Now, there's nothing more glorious here than dying as a martyr. And of course, right now, that concept takes on an even more important meaning as Iran is involved in this massive struggle with Israel and the United States.
We want to show them we are not scared of anything, she says, and will support our state until they are destroyed. And she says they need to know that Imam Hussein is our everything, and we should sacrifice our lives for Imam Hussein. This is a symbol saluting Imam Hussein, she says, who's the leader of all the oppressed who stand against oppressors and don't submit.
And just to show how big this is in Iran right now, the crowd here was chanting "Death to America, death to Israel," and there was even a children's choir that was singing songs as videos were shown of Iran's missile program in action, and of course also when the Trump administration carried out those strikes against Iranian nuclear installations. In total, right now, as this conflict is taking place, all of this extremely important to the folks here.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the Middle East today, and I want to put a special emphasis on what they do to prepare their children for jihad, and the difference between them preparing their children for jihad and maybe Israel or the West training children how to use weapons for pre-military is that the goals are completely different. The goal of jihad is like you're gonna basically die for Allah regardless of whether you win the war or not. It's a high honor to become a martyr, so they start preparing their children and pledging their children to Allah for martyrdom at infancy, as you just saw. And then they continue to teach them about jihad and to hate the Jews all throughout school. So I've got clips of school summer camps. I've got clips from a children's TV show talking about jihad and martyrdom. I've got clips of kids saying that they want to become martyrs for Allah. It's actually quite insane, but I think that most of us that are here currently already know that. But let's just jump right into it. So this first clip is going to be a mother talking about how proud she is that her children, her 4 children, have become martyrs. She also has 2 grandchildren that she is also pledging to become martyrs for Allah because they believe that they're going to see them on the side, not realizing the reality of the fact is that they're probably going to be burning in hell while their children made it to heaven, unless they're adults. Some of her children have to be adults, otherwise they wouldn't have grandchildren. Although they also start having children very young as well, so we really don't know if they're children or not, minors or not. We really don't know. She could have grandchildren from a 9-year-old and a 16-year-old. That's how they do things over there. So let's see this. I'm going to have to pause this over and over again and read it to you because you won't see what it's saying. It's not translated verbally into English. So, my 4 children are martyrs. I have no children left. I'm proud of them. Whatever that word is. Oh Allah, reward us for our calamity and grant us a better replacement. Listen, Netanyahu, we are ready to sacrifice more, meaning more of our children. More and more and more. We love it. We just love it. Yeah, Allah, take from our blood and our souls, meaning take all of our children. And our children. And I also have 2 grandchildren. They are ready for the sake of Allah. They're ready to die. It's all for the sake of Allah. Allah is the greatest. And to him, she's saying Allahu Akbar, basically. And what that means, what that means is Allah is the greatest above all else. Now, what that actually, that could be a harmless statement if it was just that. But what it actually means is when you couple it with the rest of the religion, and I have read about the religion, I have the books right here, is that it means to unalive all of the infidels from the face of the planet. Anyone who will not accept Islam will be eliminated, and we will create one government, one Islamic government. Making a sound. Parade and celebrate. Allah is the greatest, and to give blah 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 blah. Yeah, so she's an evil piece of crap. And she's definitely not going to be seeing her children in heaven or her grandchildren in heaven, because I'm sure inevitably they're going to be all sent into a battle, the 4 that didn't already die. This is sick, man. This is just sick. These people are sick. So this is a news, and the clip that you just saw was from a news station that I believe is in Iran, which you can think of Iran and Palestine as the same people, because the IRGC is basically the same. These are the same. Hamas is an Iranian IRGC proxy. It is all being run by the IRGC. So this is what they have to say about this. Hamas summer camps for children and teens in Gaza Strip provide weapons and military training in order to raise generation that will liberate Palestine. What they mean by liberate Palestine is that Palestine will cover all of Israel, and there will be no Jews or Christians left, or atheists. Only Islam. They want to create an Islamist government, just like the IRGC, over all of Israel, and then come after the rest of the West. That's what they want to do, and that's what they mean by liberation. They use these words because they know that revolution, liberation, all of these things are trigger points for the emotional left, and they're manipulating them using their feelings. They sit around and laugh about it all the time, about how stupid Westerners are to be funding, because we send tax dollars there, to be funding our own demise and to defend Islam at every freaking breath that you take. And meanwhile, you've got feminists on the street in praise of these organizations and praise of this religion, which basically treats women like slaves. And in Iran, under the IRGC, women are beat to death in the streets for taking off their hijab. So when they say liberation, let's just get that clear. That means genocide. That means all the land will be ours. Ours. It will be ours. So here's a little article from Times of Israel. Ensuring jihad will continue. Gaza summer camp teaches youth to fight hate in Israel. Here is an article about this this is what they said on a TV show. This is a children's TV show, okay? I'm Nahal, Farfar's cousin, the bee replied. I want to continue in the path of Farfar, the path of Islam, of heroism, of martyrdom, and the Mahuadin, holy warriors. Me and my friends will follow in the footsteps of Farfar. We will take revenge upon the enemies of Allah, meaning everyone who does not practice Islam. The killer, and even most people that practice Islam, like I said earlier, these are different types. They want to murder everyone who does not follow their form of Islam. That means they would kill billions, well, not billions, because there's only 1.6 billion Muslims. So they would kill millions, massive millions of Muslims too. So it doesn't just mean people that are not Muslim. It includes those Muslims that do not believe in their form of Islam. And there's even different beliefs throughout Shia Islam, which is what they follow. The killer of the prophets and of the innocent children, which they don't blame themselves for starting wars. They blame the Jews and the other Muslims because they started the wars, and then in retaliation of protecting their nations, ended up killing innocent children and such. So then they use that, just like they're using it in the media, they use that as a way to feed off of the feelings of the West, weaken the West, create disarray between people who know what Islam is and people who don't, but they think that they do because they were told what their opinions were every day. It's just a tactic. It's actually becoming a very successful tactic because there's so many fucking retards in this world. Until we liberate Al-Aqsa from their impurity, see? They're liberating Al-Aqsa from its impurity, which is all the infidels, which is all of us. All of us, including millions of Muslims. That is a children's TV show, y'all. And I guarantee you these children know exactly what this means. They're not like the West. They know what this means. Okay, I'm going to have to read this too. There won't be any Jews or Zionists if Allah wills. Who wants a genocide? This is a children's TV show. This is talking to children. They'll be erased. Sarah, chased away. And just like we will visit the Kaaba in Mecca, which is where they go to kiss a stone, I believe that's where they go to kiss the stone. They basically worship this black stone. Talk about satanic. Everyone will visit Jerusalem. So Jerusalem will become their Mecca. What do you want to do to the Jews who shot your father? He asked this little child that's on the phone, Nasser, to call her on the phone. So this character's name is Nasser, and he's speaking to a child on the phone, asking, what do you want to do to the Jews who shot your father? No doubt they shot his father because they were in war. I want to eliminate them, the child says. They teach these kids to hate the Jews. They have no sense of normal accountability whatsoever because they believe so strongly in this religion that they believe that they are doing the right thing. They believe that. We don't want to do anything to them, just expel them from our land. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. It literally just called on the elimination. We want to slaughter them, so they will be expelled from our land, right? Yes, that's right. We will expel them from our land using all means. And if they don't want to go peacefully by words or talking, we'll have to do it by slaughter. Tell me, who is going to be willing to give up their land to these people? Nobody. So they would have to do it by slaughter. Like, this is just stupid. So then this is where their lack of accountability comes in. It's like, I'm going to blame everyone else for what I'm going to do. It's your fault. If I want to take your land that was claimed by your people 3,000 years ago, I'm going to take it. And if you fight me on that, if you want to keep your land and you want to fight me, it's your fault that you're going to die. Your fault. That's just like the fucking idiots here that go into the grocery store and steal and then say that it's the government's fault because they didn't give them any free food. This is the same fucking thing. It is only on such a vast level. And when there are children's TV shows that are saying this, and you can look it up on the internet all over the world, you can see this. And you can see exactly what they are saying. It's mind-boggling that we have so many idiots in this world that don't know that what we are saying is true. What Israel is saying is true. They have to constantly defend themselves from these Islamist nations because of this. Because this is the reality. They believe that all of the land is theirs, starting with Israel. And it's not. These people, these Palestinians are Egyptians and Jordanians. These are not. Palestine was created as Palestina by the Romans when the Romans took over Israel from the Jews. I don't know what is so difficult to understand about this, not to mention that it's so simple to figure out that the Palestinians have been offered their own state 3 times. In fact, Israel was willing to give them even more land, and they refused and then started a war immediately, resulting in losing more land. But no, they just want a 2-state solution. Oh, really? No, they don't. If y'all have like any friends or family out there that is pro-Palestinian, please show them this video. Please. Because people need to wake up. They need to wake up. We got Zoran Mamdani in New York City who's pro-Hamas, pro-terrorist. Like this guy literally is an actor and he lies about everything. He is on camera saying that he puts on a different accent for different groups of people to emotionally reach them on a different level. Like, this is true manipulation. This is actually like he's a terrorist supporter, and he could potentially be the mayor of one of the most important cities in the world. And he wants to bring socialism to Wall Street, the freaking epicenter of capitalism. All right, like, and these people just eat it all up. They eat it all up. They've never seen this. I'm convinced that if they do see this video, they're still gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. Like, this isn't actually a problem. Teaching kids jihad and teaching them that to want to become martyrs, teaching them that it's better to die than to live. And that these people literally don't do anything. They don't create a good economy or anything. They're so entrenched and focused on a global caliphate and eliminating all the infidels that they don't focus on stuff like the rest of the world. When they were and if you've never listened to Brigitte Gabrielle, oh my gosh, you need to look her up. I always listen to Brigitte, but when Israel, I believe after one of the first wars that happened, when the Jews started to come back to Israel, they made an agreement to give the Palestinians their own spot, their own area. And they forcibly removed Jews from that area so that the Palestinians could have their own area without Jews. They purposefully did that and forcefully removed people from their homes and their land in order to give these people their own land. They even they had a giant flower business where they sent flowers all over the world, and it helped their economy because Jews are focused on the economy, which is probably why a lot of the Middle East is jealous of them, except for like Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is kind of crazy rich. Probably not their citizens, but that's how communism and socialism works, isn't it? But they had this giant flower company where they shipped flowers all over the world, made tons of money. They left it for them so that they could run the flower shop and grow an economy from that. That could be a good starting point. What did they do? They destroyed it. They destroyed it. They don't want life. They don't want anything. They don't want a good economy. They don't want any of that. All that they want is to take everything over, take everything from everyone else, and pretend like it's theirs. That's what they want. I mean, this is the story of the socialist movement, the entire thing. Like, this is actually it. I just don't understand how there's so many idiots that don't see this right in front. It's right in front of our face. It is right there. All these freaking idiot young people and all these stupid hippy dippy middle-aged people, they maybe we should send them there. Maybe we should just send them there. I really think that it should be mandatory viewing for adults to view October 7th footage, to be honest. And I know it's traumatic, but the people that say that this is a genocide of Palestine, they have no idea what they're talking about. They need to watch something terrifying, in my opinion. So tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any content. Press the like button, share the video to help the channel, and I will see you on the next one.